Hey guys, what's up and welcome back to my channel. I am so excited to be making this video for you guys today. This is the video that I've been waiting to make ever since I started with Halloween Horror Nights, because now that it's over, I can share pictures and videos of myself acting in the maze and what it was like and all the details. So thank you so much for tuning in. I started working at Halloween Horror Nights about 2 months ago, and what a crazy ride it has been. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about my overall experience working as an actor at Halloween Horror Nights. But before we get any further, please go ahead and click subscribe down below to my channel so you can continue watching all of my videos and vlogs and stay updated on what I'm doing. And also please go ahead and check out my social media, which I have linked below on Instagram and Twitter. So go ahead, subscribe, follow those. And without further ado, here is my overall video, overarching, what do you even call it? My grand experience, what it is like being a scare actor at Halloween Horror Nights. So first of all, the whole audition process, auditioning for Halloween Horror Nights. Now, there's a lot more information about this in a couple of my other videos, which I will link in a little card up above, but I made a couple videos about my audition day and prepping for the audition, so I have those there for you. But the audition process is pretty much just, it's a very physical audition. They want to see how you can move, how you can act, and how you can commit yourself to the character. You can look up auditions for Halloween Horror Nights on their Twitter page or on the USH Auditions website, and they've had those auditions in July. So if you're interested in being a Horror Nights actor, be sure to check out their auditions page during the summer, and then you can check out and see what they have available as far as auditions. So after we got cast, I got an email saying that I had gotten cast, and we first started out doing some orientation training and a couple of other trainings that involved like actual in the maze training, where we learned like specific scaring techniques. And every actor at Halloween Horror Nights, they're assigned either 3 different things. They're assigned to be in a maze, in a scare zone, or in the pool. And being in a maze is where you're assigned a specific character in a specific maze. And I was the red-haired ghost in the Insidious Maze, and I've attached a couple pictures here so you can see what I actually looked like in the maze. I had this long red wig and I had this crazy special effects makeup, and it was so much fun. But I was assigned to the Insidious Maze, and some people, they're assigned a scare zone. And if you've been to Halloween Horror Nights, you know that a scare zone is like the urban inferno, where you essentially, you're walking through an area and it's a bunch of loose roaming actors who come out and try and scare you as you're moving from point A to point B. We had like the toxic tunnel in the urban inferno, and then I don't remember what it's called, but the like entryway part where there's just a bunch of Halloween themed characters walking around. A lot of them have chainsaws trying to scare you. And the third one is the pool. And the people who are assigned to the pool are essentially, they are a pool of versatile actors that can be put in a lot of different places. So if someone calls out sick in a specific maze, they'll pull somebody from pool, give them their costume, and they will fill in, sort of like an understudy in a show. A lot of people were really happy with their spots that they got, and some people weren't as thrilled, but I have known a couple people who, if they weren't liking what they were doing and it was really too hard on their bodies, they were able to contact the our management and contact the people with higher authority and get switched into something else. So I know that they were definitely really accommodating about that, because Universal, they're really accommodating to make sure that everyone is healthy and happy and, you know, everything is working well. So if you want to know a little bit more about like my daily routine as a scare actor, definitely check out that video I was talking about my first weekend as a scare actor, because I go through my whole day from when I clock in to when I clock out, what the whole thing was like with, you know, going and getting my costume on and my makeup and sort of my daily routine as a scare actor. So if you please go ahead and check that out. I was like so dead and so tired when I made that video, because my body was not used to the sleep schedule. And that's one of the biggest things about being a scare actor, is your sleep schedule just gets so messed up, so wacky, because you, or at least for me, I was there from 2:30 p.m. to about 3 to 3:30 a.m. every day. I was working 12 to 13 hour shifts, and some people in like Terror Tram, which is one of the locations you can get assigned, those people were not there as late. They were there, they clocked in around 3:30 and stayed till about I would say 12:30 or 1, like my friend Josh. So that was definitely a lot less of a time commitment for sure. But on the bright side of me having a bigger time commitment was I got paid a lot more overtime hours. So it's kind of like more sleep, more money. There were times when working in the maze or being a scare actor was really, really challenging on me. I got sick multiple times. It's really hard on your body, I'm not gonna lie. Like, first of all, it's a very physical job. Like I've said in previous videos, you have to reach and pull back, and like for some of the people who had to wear a mask, your vision is blocked and you can't breathe as well. But I mean, you're having to be really physical, scaring people and having to like hide and move and scare, and it's definitely a lot. And also just the lack of sleep, because when you don't sleep time and time again and then you're so physical, and I personally was not eating very well. I ate a lot of fast food late at night because it was the only thing that was open. So I got sick 3 times. I'm actually getting over being sick for the 3rd time. I had the flu last week, a fever of 102, and my voice keeps cracking a little bit because I'm still getting over it. But that was one of the hardest things for me, was how much I got sick and how much my body was hurting, and it definitely toughened me up, that's for sure. It made me a lot tougher, and it made me, I felt like I was able to, I could handle anything at this point. But I'm definitely glad that it's over right now, just because my body needs to heal and I need to sleep and get back on a regular schedule and eat better for my body, eat more vegetables and less fast food, and get back to going to yoga and working out. So it's really hard to have a routine, and that is something that I struggled with for sure. Okay, so now a fun part. I want to talk about my character that I got to play at Halloween Horror Nights. So my character was Red-Haired Ghost from Insidious 4. Now that movie hasn't come out yet, and that's coming out in early January. So me and the other girls that played that role, there were 6 of us total that were in different spots in the maze, we were portraying a character that hasn't come out yet. So when you go see Insidious 4 in January, shameless plug, go see it. Look for the girl with the long red hair and kind of like the dirty nightgown, she's like a ghost that's trapped in the house. So look out for that character, because that's the character that I was playing at Halloween Horror Nights. So every day when I went in, I sat in the makeup chair doing my makeup and wig for about an hour. And I brought something really cool to show you guys. One night, they let me keep my prosthetic. So this thing that my roommate thought was roast beef is actually my movie grade SFX prosthetic that they would put on my forehead every day. So the whole makeup process involved putting this on over, I'm just gonna do this. I mean, they would have like all this like cool makeup stuff, but they would put this on like this. And if you look at the picture, you'll notice that I don't have eyebrows. How do I look right now? Am I cute? They would blend this in with makeup. This is it with already makeup on. It has like a big gouge in it. So, it looks like I got some blunt force trauma to the head, that's how I died. But they had the makeup on it. And then after that, they would cover my face with airbrush makeup, which, oftentimes like women will use for weddings or they'll use for special effects. But the airbrush makeup was really cool. It was like a really thin mist sprayer that would just create this really even look of makeup over my face. So we got this guy, and then we got airbrush makeup, and then once all of that was done, they would do some like veins with the airbrush makeup, making like little veins on my arms and hands. They would cover my hands in like fake blood and other paint. They would do like blood down my neck and blood coming out of the gouge in my head. And then once all the makeup was done, they did blood in your teeth. So I had teeth blood, which was an alcohol-based paint, so that would stick, which was really creepy. And then I had a long red wig, which I would wear as well. So to those people who like commented on my Instagram photo that I posted yesterday saying like, I couldn't even recognize you, like, that's not surprising considering that I had this on, which makes it look like I don't have eyebrows, and because it's a raised prosthetic, it kind of makes the eyes look sunken in, so it completely changed the shape of my face. So it's no wonder I didn't look like myself at all. But the funny thing was, by the end of it, all of us girls who wore that, I still was able to, everybody just looked like how they did normally to me, because I was so used to seeing everyone with those on, because we were around each other for 11 hours a day, 12 hours a day wearing that. So So I was so used to it, which was so funny. The other people wore masks and wore like full body costumes. And I'm really glad I didn't have a mask, just because some of my friends who had them said that their visibility was like really, like they could see almost nothing through them. So reaching out to scare people but not touching people was really challenging. I'm really glad that I got to do the makeup, also just because I do film and movie stuff where I've gotten to wear other makeup. I've never had any SFX makeup that was to that degree. So it was just really cool kind of seeing what that was like. This experience for me, this is what it's like working at Horror Nights in Hollywood, at the Hollywood location. I don't know what it's like working in Orlando, and I've heard from some people who have commented on my previous videos that it's actually pretty different. So I can't speak to that. I can only speak to my experience at Halloween Horror Nights in Hollywood. But I can say that overall my experience was really positive. And what I attest that positive experience to the most was my group of people. And we got so lucky with all of the people in my maze. If you've ever gone to sleepaway summer camp or you've done a theater show, then you know what it's like. You're with a small group of people for an extended amount of time, and those people become your family. You see them more than you see your real family. I saw them more than I even saw my own roommate, because I was only home. I would sleep all day and then I would wake up for a brief moment to eat something and then go straight to work. So they become your family, and we got so lucky. Our group in Insidious, we called ourselves the Insidiasts, and we were so close with each other. Everyone was so nice and so supportive of each other. We played games during our breaks. We would hang out outside of work whenever we had like little bits of time. Scaring is a lot of fun. Like, especially, I talked about this in one of my previous videos. I usually play a lot of like really nice roles and like cutesy girly stuff, and I'm never something that's really like bitchy or scary, and getting to be scary and not having to smile and not having to talk to people. That was really fun, and learning creative new ways of scaring people. So sometimes in my highs, or when I would come out, I would pretend to be possessed, or other times I would focus on being more like angry or creepy. I would try lots of different techniques, and it almost became a challenge with myself. Like, okay, I see a group of people who I don't think are going to get scared. I'm going to challenge myself to scare them. Or I would find ways to do double scares, where I would like come out one side of the hide and scare the group, and then I would go back and then I would go out the other side and I would scare them, so I would get them twice before they exited my room. So I would find little ways to do double scares and other fun ways to keep it interesting. So that was definitely another thing that I really liked. You never know what kind of guests you're gonna get, and almost all the guests are amazing and like are really fun to scare, but sometimes little altercations can happen. I can just say that Universal is really great about taking care of those guests. They have an amazing security team, and if something goes wrong, they are on it and they make sure that your security and your safety is number one. So they are so good about that. I always felt like I was safe with knowing that we have a really good security team, and that our supervisors and the higher ups were really taking care of us. So that was really important. We would have potlucks every Saturday in my maze. So every Saturday, everybody would bring in something to share, and our supervisors would always bring snacks for us every day, and tea and hot water. So that was really great. Our breaks were only 30 minutes while we were on for an hour, which is different than other performing jobs I've done. So definitely like making you more tired. Now, some of the other roles were on for 45 and off for 45, which I think is a little more like manageable on your body, but it varied for everybody, and we had a good time and we made it work, so it was okay. Another thing that people asked is like, how long were we doing this? So from my first training day was in mid-August, where we had orientation, and then we had orientation and Scare Academy were in August, and then my first maze training was in early September, and then our first night of Halloween Horror Nights was September 15th, and now it is November 7th today that I'm filming this. So, and our last night of Horror Nights was November 4th. It didn't even end on Halloween. We had 30 days of Halloween Horror Nights, and gosh, I can't remember how many weekends, but from the weekend of September 15th through the weekend of November 4th. So many weekends before Halloween, a 5-day week the week of Halloween, and then we had the weekend after Halloween, which wasn't really busy. Not too many people came, but we still had it. I was doing 30 nights overall of Horror Nights, and they definitely did get easier as they went on, other than the times that I was sick, but they were They got faster, my sets felt faster, I learned how to manage my time better, and I got better at living on less sleep. So now I'm really trying to get back into my sleep schedule because I'm back off of Horror Nights. I'm trying to go to bed at like midnight and get up at like 9. That's kind of like trying to, you know, get myself into a better rhythm with things, but it did get easier as it went on, that's for sure. So if you want to be an actor at Horror Nights and you want to try this next year, don't let this video scare you because I totally recommend it. It is so much fun and you'll make some really good money, you'll make some great friends, you will get really good practice and experience as a performer, but just be prepared to take care of your body because it's going to be really challenging, especially if you're in one of the mazes that closes at 2 a.m. People ask me like, would you do it again? And for the scaring and for the money, I would do it again, definitely, and for making friends. But it is really hard to not have a social life for 2 months. I wasn't able to go out with my friends or do any weekend trips or anything fun like for 2 months, and then during the week I barely had time to see friends because I had to do my errands, I had to make videos, I was recovering, like doing my other work stuff. I was working at Disney on some of my days during the week that I wasn't at Universal, so that was just crazy. So be prepared to not have a social life for a while, and also, you know, it was just really hard on my body. And I think I have a little bit of a harder time with my immune system. I get sick pretty easily, so it was definitely challenging getting sick all the time. So I don't know if I would do it again just because, you know, I don't know if I could get sick so much again, but I'm 100% going to consider it come around the time of auditions next year. I have no idea what I'm going to be doing, where I'm going to be, what I'm going to be up to, what jobs I'm going to have film-wise or otherwise. If anyone has any questions about what it's like or something that I didn't cover in this video, please comment them down below and I will do my best to answer as many as I can. Or if there's enough questions, I'll just make another video about it. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm so excited to share all of the pictures and video of me in the maze and all the things I was doing. Please go and audition for Horror Nights. It was so much fun and I can't wait to update you guys with what my next big project is whenever that is happening. And my next video is going to be me in Washington, D.C. with Christy Vetter because I am going to visit my best friend Christy in the whole world. I am leaving on Thursday to go to D.C. and see her. So we will be making a friendship vlog, a reunion. I am so excited. So please go ahead and click subscribe so you can be ready for that video. And also, like I said, check me out on social media and you can see some more pictures of me at Halloween Horror Nights on my Instagram, Sierra Michelle Green, so check that out. Thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Bye-bye!